All right, so this meat is off of the cooker now, brought back into the house, and pan around, look at the meat here. So we have 7 of these ready to be shred, and they could go straight to a sandwich, or they can pack up in a freezer bag and be put away for later. Either one is just perfect. So the way that I like to handle these shoulders after they come out like this is I use what's called bear paws. I've been using these for about a year now. There are a lot of different ways to handle shredding smoked meat like this. I've done it with 2 forks in the past. That takes a long time, especially when you have a bunch of them like this. I found these bear paws really to be a nice way to accomplish the task at hand here. So the way I do this, grab the 2 of these in my hand, and first and foremost, the sign of a well done pork butt is how easy that shoulder blade comes out of there. You can see that's just pulls right out of there, and it's in the trash, gone. So now we're left with a couple pieces of meat here, and I like to go through really by hand and get all of the non-lean meat out as much as possible. So any globs of fat, skin, or connective tissue that did not wind up cooking out, kind of like this here, I'll take those out and just toss those in the trash, because nobody wants a pork sandwich full of mouthful of fat. So you can see I'm just kind of slowly working through this and making a pile of relatively lean meat right in front of me here. And I'll take the fat as I separate the different muscle groups. And usually you'll find the layers of fat and globules of fat that did not melt out, that really kind of marinated the meat while it cooked, kind of stuck between the different muscle masses. So if you start to break those apart, it should fall apart real easy like this. You can find chunks of connective tissue. This one's still really pretty hot. Pull those out and throw it out. I'd say when in doubt, throw it out. There's a little piece of gristle there. So you can see this is starting to turn into a real nice looking piece of meat. It won't be long before the meat claws here get into this and make very, very quick work of the remaining good quality meat. So that's one pile of really pretty nice lean meat right there. I'll work through the other half of that just as quick. Looking pretty good. Don't see much left over there that's not going to be a fantastic barbecue sandwich. So there it is. That's mostly good meat. Now we'll see a little bit more fat as we go through and shred this, but for the most part it should be all peeled out. So here's how the meat paws work. And one note, what you see here, this is called bark. Some folks would consider this, just look at this and say, well, that's burned. There's a fine line between burned and bark. Bark is very crusty and tastes like ashes. This is bark. You can see the nice smoke ring, the pink around there. And if you take a bite of what's left here, that's probably, that's what you would hand to the judge in a barbecue contest. That's about as good as it gets there. And like I said, that's why I take that fat cap off of the butt before cooking, just because you're able to get more of that crust on the meat and ultimately into your sandwich once it's all shredded. So you can see how quick these meat paws really do a nice job of shredding up the remaining leaner parts of the pork. That's about ready to go there. So I have my bucket of good meat, and I drop it in the bucket there and then keep working. This shouldn't take too long to, as done as this is, doesn't really take much to get it all shredded up. A little bit of fat on this there, get that out of there. And really, that's all that it takes. These will be packed up. Let's be ready to eat in no time flat.